Hey there, Dan Martell here, serial entrepreneur, investor, and creator of SaaS Academy. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to learn anything using my Momentum Quadrant. It is powerful. It is clear. You've never seen anything like this before. It's going to allow you to kind of look at the world through a different lens. It's how I learn anything in my life to build success, to understand new business models, to grow as fast as possible. And be sure to stay to the end, because you probably have questions around books that I'm reading, the top books that I would recommend. I've read over 1,000 business books. I distilled it into my top books for entrepreneurial growth. I'm going to tell you how to get access to that at the end. It's 100% free. Let's get into it. So here's the deal. I have the privilege of coaching some of the coolest founders in the world, from ClickFunnels, from 0 to 100 million in 5 years, to the founders of Carrot.com and DealMachine.com and Proposify.com, and a bunch of software entrepreneurs that are at 10 million and plus in annual recurring revenue, okay? And what's been fascinating for me in trying to really challenge them, push them, hold them accountable to level up their focus, strategies, attention, is trying to get them unblocked from previous patterns that are holding them back, okay? Everybody has this, including me. And what I've had to do over the years is truly understand that for a new area of my business, how do I get to the next level? How do I help somebody go from 10 to 20 to 50 million in annual recurring revenue in the fastest way possible? Because it's not the how-to. That's what people think it's that. It is not. It's not the strategies. It's not the market. It's not all these other things. It's understanding the outcome that you're looking to achieve and the different lenses you need to use to think about that outcome. And that's why I call it the Momentum Quadrant, because if you do it right, you will build momentum, okay? So these are the 4 areas of learning a new topic that's going to help you overcome any obstacle to learn a new area that you've never done before so that you can achieve success. Number 1, mindset. So regardless of what you want to learn, let's say, because I have a lot of clients that are like, I need to hire a VP of sales. I've never done this before, okay? You need to hire somebody to sell for you. So what are the mindset beliefs that you might have? Number 1 is, do you believe somebody else can sell your product? Okay, if you're doing founder-led sales and you're trying to move to a sales team-led sales model, do you believe other people can sell as good as you can? Well, the truth is the answer is probably no and yes. If they can sell at 80% what you can as a founder, because you're obviously exuding passion and excitement for your product, then they will work out. And can they sell better? Many professional salespeople are way more talented than you are at selling. So think about the belief, the mindset aspect, okay? There's 4 M's. I want you to write these down or put them in your phone. The first M is mindset. It's what beliefs are holding you back from pulling the trigger. Because some people are like, well, I know I need to be doing Facebook ads, but I don't know how. And I'm like, it's not that you don't know how, because you literally could go on Udemy, you could go on Google, you can go search how to do Facebook ads, and people will tell you how to do it. What's holding you back is the belief in the tactic. It's that maybe you don't think Facebook ads will work for your business. I hear this all the time for B2B SaaS companies. Oh, Facebook ads don't work for my industry. Trust me, they do, because I can point to somebody that's making it work. Or it's just like, the way you think about adapting your time, the mindset around how you invest your time and the return on that time around that specific outcome that you want to achieve. So number 1 is you have to get your mindset right around the outcome and analyze, maybe write down all these negative beliefs that might be holding you back so that you can systematically write down the argument to overcome the thing that you don't even know is programmed into your mind that's holding you back from achieving that outcome. So number 1 is mindset. Number 2 is the model. And the way I look at the model, okay, think of a model as a business model, the structure, okay? There's the current way you're doing it, okay? So just take it as simple as, I'm a solopreneur with a bunch of people that I'm outsourcing to, okay? So there's like the genius with a bunch of servants, right? Like none of them really work on your team. You haven't really built a team. You just have a lot of people doing work for you. So that's the current model. The new model is if you're building a software company, because it's the area I know the most of, is let's call it what I call the high octane team technique, which is at the center is you, and there's 6 core functions in your SaaS company, essentially 6 core areas of your business that you need to develop. And then you need to hire people to essentially take a hat. You're wearing 6 hats right now. You got to take a hat off and give it to somebody else and place them in that area of the business. Those are the 2 models. Most people that aren't building momentum aren't able to get an outcome achieved is because they haven't seen the map of this is the way it looks today and the model, and here's the new model of how it's supposed to look into the future. And without seeing that, I'm a very visual guy. If you've ever spent time with me when I coach my clients, it's all written down, iPad, drawing. I can't really talk without moving my hands and like making circles, squares, triangles to explain the concepts I'm talking about. And to me, this is what's important, is to unlock the momentum, to unlock the clarity of the outcome. Is we need to say, this is the way it's being done today. In the future, it'll look like this. Is the new model, and this is how we're going to move forward. I have a lot of friends in the coaching business, right? Because I'm a coach. So I have a lot of folks that are in my world that lead some of their tribes and their members to the higher level of themselves and push them in business and personal and health, etc. And I mean, I just think about like one-on-one is a model. One-on-one coaching is a model. One-to-many is a different model. Understanding those 2 will get you clarity about trying to build, if you're trying to build a one-to-many coaching model. So that's just a high level of the concept, but you got to draw out the models for you. Number 3, method. Okay, so the method is simple. If I were to try to do this thing, what are the steps? Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's the how-to. Even though I said earlier it's not about the how-to for mindset, because there's a belief system that's holding you back from executing or implementing it. You still, to move forward, to build momentum, that's why it's a quadrant, right? This is the 3rd M, is you need to understand the steps involved. That's the method, okay? And the cool part is you can buy it. Just like for my coaching clients, I've built the ACES growth engine: attract, convert, expand, scale. There's 4 core pillars of growing your business around marketing, sales, product, and team that I just give them the steps. It doesn't matter if it's my talent pipeline framework for hiring, A+ people on your team, to the winning webinar method for selling using webinars, to the Rocket Demo Builder, to you name it, you can get people the steps. That's the method. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, if you haven't done the research to find something that's achieved the outcome that you want to achieve and can give you those steps, then you don't have the method. So even though you're trying to get a result, if you don't have the outline for success, it's always going to hold you back from pushing forward to build momentum in your business. Number 4 is the map. Okay, so there's 4 M's to the Momentum Quadrant. Okay, mindset, model, method, and map. The map is literally saying, I am here, I want to be there. There's a path and a journey that I must make. And this is where a lot of people don't take the time to just write it out. Okay, and it's kind of like, what does a good map look like? It could be any data point that you're trying to improve. It could be your health. Okay, I'm at X amount of weight and I want to be at this weight. I'm at this % body fat, I want to be at this. I'm at this level of monthly recurring revenue, I want to be at this new level. That's the map. We need to map it out. Where are you at now? Where are you at? Where do you want to go? And in doing that, why it's so powerful is that we can measure the map. We can measure our progress in the journey. Because here's what I've learned, okay, is that sometimes on that path, we have a stumbling block, okay? Sometimes we make really good progress at first because it's easy, and then all of a sudden we go sideways or we have a deficit for 2 or 3 weeks. Here's what's important, and this is why the map matters, is you need to stop. Look back. It's like I'm climbing a mountain, okay? You're hiking a mountain, you know the top because you've set the path, and it gets hard. And you've forgotten to do this one critical step, is stop on the edge of that mountain, turn around, look down, and realize how far you came. That is one of the most powerful things that I do for my coaching clients. Is nobody wants to stop and celebrate. Nobody wants to stop and just honor the journey and say, look, don't be upset because you're not at the top yet. Be grateful for the amount of gains that you've made getting to this point, the amount of progress you made, the results you've achieved, right? And in that gratitude, some cool things will happen in your life. It'll bring resources into your awareness that you'll be able to execute or leverage to get that result. And that to me is why the map is so important, is we want to know where we're at and where we want to go so that we can celebrate that journey. We can understand at what stage we are on that path and make sure that we can keep everything in context so we don't get upset if we take a bit of a stumbling block. So 4 areas you want to look at when you're learning a new area of business, hiring a salesperson, marketing person, entering a new market is the Momentum Quadrant. The first M is mindset. The second is model. Third is method. And fourth is map. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, I want to share with you my top business books for entrepreneurial growth. I've read a ton of books. Every day I read 10 pages minimum. I'm usually got 2 or 3 books on the go. And I want to share with you, so you can click the link below to download your copy, my favorite books for different areas of business, from marketing to growth to personal development to operations in your business and systematization. You've probably never heard of the book Work the System by Sam Carpenter, Love is a Killer App. I mean, there's just so many underground books. Extreme Revenue Growth by Victor Chang. I read so much that I like to give you, not the ones that you'll hear everybody talk about, but the ones that nobody talks about that I think are just incredible. They just maybe have not gotten so much, public exposure. So you can click the link to download your free copy of my top entrepreneurial books for your entrepreneurial success. And as per usual, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Many of you guys are not subscribed. Click the notification bell, ding, so that it goes off when a new video gets published. And as per usual, I want to challenge you to live a bigger life and a bigger business, and I'll see you next Monday. If you want to do like a quadrant and just go, pew, 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 pew.